So you ever just had a hard day? And I know sometimes it can seem like it comes around more often than you would probably like. And I myself, right, I always find that telling yourself, it's the best, doing meditation, doing all these things, they do help. They do take the edge off of having a hard day. But I mean, nonetheless, you're still going to have a hard day. And sometimes it's really hard to grind through that day. And today has been one of those days where, I've just feeling really off. I don't know if you've had those days. I'm sure we've all had those days where you just feel off. Nothing feels like it's going in your favor, right? Like you may see an opportunity, maybe two, three opportunities throughout that day, and it just doesn't go in your favor. You feel like you're all thumbs that day. You feel like a bunch of other different things. Like nothing is just working. Today is that day for me. And so I'm just trying to make the best of it. I am just trying to smile, trying to say it's the best. And, tomorrow's another opportunity. I try to take advantage of those opportunities today. I didn't see it. I think I've had a couple of days where I felt like I've been really on a lot of different things, and I've been just firing on every cylinder. And then you get one of those off days. You're like, man, but I've been doing so well. You just have to know they come, they go, right? You can't fire on every piston every single day. It's just not going to happen. There are a lot of days where you have to grind it out. There are a lot of days where you still have to go through the motion. I didn't want to go to the gym today. I still went because I'm trying to stay in shape. I'm trying to do all these things. So you still have to maintain that routine and make sure that's established, and don't let those bad days interfere with the rest of the day, right? Because it can bleed over into a bunch of other different things, and then you start really slacking, and you realize that you start doing this bad habit of not doing your daily rituals, that it starts becoming a habit, right? Those old habits that you had that you probably got rid of, you don't want those to seep back in. And a lot of times you make a lot of great progress, and it's easy just to go home and be like, you know what, I've had a bad day. I don't even want to deal with it. I just want to sit and relax. And then what happens, right? You don't get nothing accomplished. And before you know it too long, that becomes your new routine again. And then you're losing track of all the progress that you made because of the fact that you've had one bad day. And then the next day is like, well, yesterday was pretty bad, so I'm just going to go ahead and take another day because it was bad. But you can't, man. You got to smile, carry on. It's the best. It's another day, another day, another dollar, however you want to put it. Another day to make progress, another day to improve yourself. I think that's ultimately just what it's about, is trying to improve yourself every single day. And it's a grind, and it's tough. There's nothing ever easy about it. There'll be days that are easy. Not to say that you shouldn't ever try, because a lot of times people are like, well, what's the point of even trying if it's going to be hard? If at some point when I think it's going to be easy, it's still going to be hard. Well, to make any kind of progress is always about maintaining. And if you want things to last, it's about maintenance. It's about getting to that point. Once you get to that point, it seems easy, and it's also very easy to neglect. And so this is why maintenance is so important, when it comes to your health, when it comes to your mental health, right? Or your physical health, mental health, whatever it is, you got to constantly be maintaining that. If you're not doing that, it can be extremely hard. The biggest thing you may be asking yourself, well, Marcus, why would I even want to get started if I know at some point that I'm just going to be dreading giving up and doing all these things? And I don't have an easy answer for you. The answer I do have for you is the fact that you feel more complete, you feel better, you feel whole when you actually complete these things in your life, and you don't just give up. Because a lot of times you feel that if you neglect it and you're like, it's no big deal, I don't care anymore, I don't really want those things, when you know deep down inside you really truly do. But you know that to have the good things in life, they take time, they take maintenance. And that is something you got to constantly be feeding in, even when you feel like you don't want to. And that can be really hard. Again, like today was just a garbage day, but here I am getting on here and I'm saying, hey, you know what? It's the best. This is going to work out. All this is going to work out. It's going to be perfectly fine. And then you realize that after grinding for so long, that you do start to see progress. You start to see other things that really begin to pan out. Those opportunities come back around because you are prepped, you are ready, you are maintaining, you're a happier person, right? When you're not doing that, you know, you feel like this shell. And there's a while that I did feel like the shell of myself, because I wasn't doing those things that I really felt like I was capable of. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be that guy that at the end of their life they're like, you know what, this is what I could have been, and this is essentially what I am today, and they are two completely different people. That's not what I want to be. I want to be that person, that one that drove as hard as they could to get as much out of life as they could with the abilities that they had. And a lot of times, you know, I've had to discover a lot of abilities myself that I thought I never had or could achieve, right? And this is something you got to look at yourself and say, okay, maybe that's not who I am now, but it doesn't mean I can't make myself into that person later on in the future. So, big key, maintain, keep that drive, and that drive, motivation, all that stuff. You know, you have to, it's a continuous thing, it's a continuous maintenance loop. You'll have to keep digging for it. It's not going to come easy, but it's well worth it. Believe me, it's worth it. As long as you keep doing it, you'll be glad that you did. And, you know, maintain some kind of structure so you don't loosey goosey and just let it all go out the window and go back to old habits. So remember, if this video helps you guys, hit the like button on the way out. Till next time, I will see you guys later.